Okay, class, today we are going into a new lesson for social studies and history. It's the age of exploration. So, if you're like me, you might have been curious about a lot of things about different places and different people. And what I'm going to do is first show you a really short clip just to get you guys interested in what's going to happen, okay?
I claim this planet in the name of Mars. Isn't that lovely? Look, Bud, I've got news for you. I have already claimed this bit of dirt for the Earth, and there just ain't room enough on this planet for the two of us. I do believe you are right. Little does he realize that I am on my disintegration proof list. You may fire when ready, Grizzly.
Okay, that was a very short clip. But as you can see, even Marvin the Martian and Daffy Duck, they were fighting over just finding something, right? Something new and something different. And they both wanted to claim it as their own. And we're going to talk about a lot of explorers that did that initially when they came to America. So what we're going to do is I'm going to read you a story, not a story, but more of a prompt. And it's about an alien basically coming to Earth, and they're going to talk about what they're going to report back to their captain about what they discover in America, or actually in the whole world, in Earth, okay? So listen up closely, okay? I want you guys to listen up, and we're going to be working in groups afterwards. Ignatz reports, "The Earth is a dry and barren land. It is very hot in the daytime and cold at night. Only a few strange planets are growing here. Oh, actually, plants are growing here." Report 2. "There is a cold, white, powdery substance falling from the sky. It piles up on the surface of the planet. There are no plants and no animals except for a huge, white, furry creature. The extreme cold makes this planet uninhabitable." Third report. "I cannot believe what a perfect planet this is for colonization. The abundance of vegetation and variety of animals would ensure a plentiful food supply. The temperature remains moderate for the planet's entire day." Logatz reports, number 4. "There's no solid ground. The planet is composed of liquid containing numerous salts, minerals, oxygen, and hydrogen. Many life forms and vegetation are supported inside the liquid. However, the cost of creating a suitable habitat capable of supporting a colony in this environment would be outrageous." Okay, so I want everyone to talk in their groups. I'm going to have the prompt, the reports to the commander, basically on our overhead like this. And they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want you to review and see where they might have landed, because this is the same Earth, but they're saying different things about it, right? So please refer to the prompt. Turn to page 128 to look at the map that we have of the U.S. And I want you to look at it and see where they might have landed, okay? I'll give you guys some time, okay? Okay, so if you guys are finished discussing, let's kind of go over where you think they might have been at. Okay, how about report 1? Can someone tell me where you think Alien 1 landed? And could you give me the proof, what they said that tells you where they landed? Team 2? You're right, it was a desert. And how did you know that it was a desert area? The words dry, barren, and very hot in the daytime and very cold at night. That's true. Good job, Team 1. Oh, another one? Oh, you have another. Oh, okay, yes. There's not that many plants growing there as well. Okay. How about number 2? Where do you think that alien landed? How about team 3? Ah, you think like Antarctica? Somewhere where, okay. So where the North or South Pole is, kind of? And why do you think so? What was the proof that you got? Yes, there's a cold, white, powdery substance, right? And what do you think that is? Snow, yes. And apparently there was one animal that they saw which was very huge and white and furry. What do you think that is? Yeah, it could be an abominable snowman, but I think it's more of a polar bear. Yes, and the it's extreme cold, right? And they recommend that that no one inhabits it, right? That no one comes to live there, right? Okay, and then report 3. Let's try team 2. Yes, they think it's a perfect place for inhabiting colonization. Yes. So where do you think? What kind of area do you think this is? Just, you're right, just normal land, maybe like a farm, maybe somewhere where the weather is good, like California, right? How did you know that? Why would you think that? There's plenty of food, abundance of vegetation, which is plenty of food, kind of, right? And a variety of animals, true. And they think it's a perfect place to be because the weather is moderate as well, right? No extreme cold, no extreme heat. Yes. And number 4, how about group 5? This one's kind of hard, huh? Where do you think it was? There's no solid ground and everything lives in the water. So, yes, it's the ocean, right? And in the ocean, they said there's a lot of vegetation and a lot of other life forms in there. But they're saying that they can't live there, right? I guess they need oxygen like we do and they need air. We're assuming, yeah. Well, good job, you guys. So you can tell that everyone, depending on where they landed, they had quite different views of what the planet was like, right? So if they were only looking at the desert area that they were landing on or in the ocean that they landed on, they think that the whole Earth would be like that. And that's very similar to the early explorers. The early explorers like Christopher Columbus, as you guys know, very famous, Fernando Magellan, a lot of the explorers thought about a certain way. They thought that the Earth was a certain way. Yes, some of them thought that the Earth was flat, and others thought it was much smaller than it actually was, right? So depending on where they landed, it was very different. So let's look at page 131 in your textbooks. And if you look at that picture, California looks like an island, right? There's water and it's just California. It's kind of like that. California is not an island, right? But depending on where you came from and which area you're looking from, you could see that you might have thought that California would be an island. Or you might have not even landed on California. It might have been a different country or a state, but you think that way, right? Yes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to quickly brainstorm using a web diagram about what you think would have motivated the aliens to come. Why do you think they came? If you look at the words that were written on the prompt, so if you want to refer to it, it's still written on the board in different colors. There's different reasons why they say that the planet was not good, right? Or why the planet was good. So here's my chart. For motivation, I've written alien in the center. And so I would like some of you guys to tell me what would have motivated the aliens to come to Earth. What do you think? Yeah, it looks like they might have wanted to live there, right? So let's write, what was the words that they used? Do you remember? And we kind of went over this vocabulary last week for our vocabulary words. And one of the big words that we learned was colonization, right? So And I'm going to write there, live. There. So they wanted a new place, maybe a new place to live. And what else do you think? Yeah, report 3 talks about plenty of food supply. So it looks like maybe for food. So I wrote food. What else do you think there is? Can anybody else tell me anything? Why you think the alien would have come? Okay. John? Yeah. Why do you think the aliens came to take a look? Oh, I like that answer. They were curious, right? Curious, and they wanted to go somewhere new? Okay. How about you, Jennifer? What did you say? What do you think? Oh, kind of like Marvin the Martian and Daffy Duck. They wanted to claim it for their country. Claim. Anybody else? Elizabeth, yeah. One more time? Yeah, okay. So sometimes they think that they could find something. I don't understand. One more time, Elizabeth. Oh, to find like buried treasure. Yeah, like a pirate. Okay. Okay. So I think we got a pretty good map going on here. So let's see how this works on. Okay, we have some keywords that we discussed last week, and they're written on the word wall in the back right now. And what can we say? Like, could we use one of the other keywords to describe these other words right here? Yeah, let's say that for colonization, to live there, economics, adventure, national glory, or increasing knowledge. What would you guys think? Adventure, yeah. Because it would be a new place to live and it would be an adventure for them. That's true. And how about for, so I wrote adventure. How about for food? What would you say food is? Economics, adventure, national glory, increasing knowledge. Yeah, because a lot of times you buy and sell food. Yeah, so I understand. I would probably put it under economics as well if I had to put it under something, right? How about for curious and new place? Yes, adventure. Yes, that's right. Jennifer, adventure is good. I think another word is okay too, though. What would you think? It's a new place, so you're learning something new, right? Yes, Chris, you got it. Increasing knowledge. Treasure. Oh, that's obvious, right? Economics, right? And claim for country. That's obvious too. What did you think? Truly? National glory. Yes. So here is our map. Good job for motivation for aliens. Okay, well then let's take a look at our explorers. We're going to make one for the explorers as well. and what you think motivated the explorers, the earlier explorers of the New World, to venture out from like Portugal, Spain, England, Netherlands, Sweden. Why did they venture out to look for anything? Can anyone think of anything? Yeah, treasure could be it. Treasure, same thing. Yeah. Steven? Yeah, curious new place. So we can say all the things that we had written for the other places, right? For the aliens. Food. Yeah, we know that the spices were very important, right? So let's write food/spices. And you knew that also that spices were very expensive, right? Yeah. Colonization, yes. That's why we are here, right? And yes, there was a race between the countries, right? So we would say, same thing, claim for country. And under these, I'm going to write the same things that we wrote before. Because basically, they are the same things. Economics for food and spices. It's to make money, right? For claim for country, it's for national glory. Because the more land you have, the more powerful you are, because the more people you control as well, right? Curious new place. Yes, adventure and knowledge, right? Treasure will be what? Yes, treasure would be, of course, economics, right? Colonization, adventure, let's see, if they came here, who were the first people they would have met? And they would have also experienced a lot of new plants, right? So it would be a lot of new knowledge as well as, adventure, right? So let's write here. Native Americans. And circle that, and we're going to write that under knowledge and adventure, right? And it looks like this. And if you think about it, we do have a couple of extra motivations that we wrote down, but if you really think about it, it's very similar to the alien one, right? Alien motivations. And I'm going to save this, and we're going to use this for day 2 for the next day as we continue to work on it. And what we're going to do is, afterwards right now, I'm going to do a sample log. And if you guys know, we always talk about journal logs. And journal logs are where we just write down what our thoughts or feelings about a certain topic or an issue. And we're going to do one today for... We're going to do the one. Okay, so this is my log. This is my line paper. And I'm going to write one, and I want you guys to see how I'm going to write it. And I'm going to write it from the viewpoint of being one of the aliens that has come, that's traveling right now and is coming to Earth, right? And I'm going to write my feelings and thoughts. So let's see what I'm going to write. Day 21. I'm going to write down right here. Day 21 on top, right hand. Just because I don't want to write the specific date. I'm just going to say it's the 21st day of my trip, right? And I'm going to write it in what? It's called first person, right? Which means I'm writing it to myself, right? I'm talking about how I feel and what's going on. So what are some questions that we need to talk about, you think? I have some prompt questions, and I will show it to you. So questions you can answer, right? You know these are backwards, but let me read them to you. What is your motivation for going to Alpha? Oops. What is your motivation, right? What has happened? Are you lost? Have you had any unusual experiences? Has your equipment held up? Have you met any intelligent native populations at any of the planets along the way? Or not planets, but along the way, planets along the way. And what do you foresee happening a year from now? These are the questions I'm going to keep up as I write my journal entry. It was a cold day. I am starting to miss my family. The compass almost broke this morning. And the crew felt nervous. We are heading toward a planet I wonder if the people are friendly. We brought some posh posh. That's the food that these aliens eat. To trade. Hopefully, we will get there before the Delta guards are neighboring enemies. Okay. That's one log. There we go. You guys notice that I wrote sentences and I wrote some on the back because I didn't have room. So your logs are going to be much more detailed than this. You're going to give more examples and more explanations of what's going on in your daily life. And basically you should be also addressing, which I forgot to do, which I need to do right now, is why I'm going there. Well, apparently I want to exchange the Posh Posh, right? And make some money for that, right? But maybe I should elaborate a little bit more or add a little bit more to it and talk about why I need the money. Or maybe someone's sick at home and I need the money. Or maybe I want to live there. Or maybe I'm just really curious. So you can use any of those reasons and write your own Explorer log, okay? So today, we're just going to come up to here. And then I'm going to continue on from tomorrow, okay? So I look forward to talking to you guys more about it.